Good morning, sisters and everyone. It is day 17 of our 21 days of Solstice choreography. And today I am sharing something that is a little more special and to me also more challenging because today's choreography is about forgiveness and shadows, and we're going to work as we dance on letting ourselves take our shadow's hand and letting our shadow guide us through really letting ourselves come to those places inside of us, those qualities about us, those versions of ourselves that we used to be in the past that for whatever reason we don't feel good about. We judge that part of ourselves. We have a lot of negative energy around it. We don't love that part of ourselves. And this is a process that I've gone through since I was a child. And it has helped me transmute so many different energies and find new perspectives, find love, release judgments all around my relationship with myself, all around different parts of me. So this class is really focused on letting our shadow walk us to greater wholeness, greater self-love. And I always find that when I'm trusting my shadow to do that, and I'm not running away, but letting my shadow walk me forwards towards and through the negative energies that I feel around whatever part of myself for whatever reason, my shadow always brings me to the light. My shadow helps me find a truth I didn't see, helps me release judgment and find feelings of compassion, helps me accept all parts of myself unconditionally. Maybe there is no different perspective than the one I'm holding, but I can choose to still love that part of myself, because if there is a quality in me, if there is an aspect in me, if there is even a choice I made that right now maybe I don't think was a good choice or I don't feel good about that, every part of me, every decision I make, every moment in my life is designed, and so I'm so spiritually guided that everything serves a higher purpose in my life. Even the things I'm challenged to look at, challenged to see. And I know we all have parts of ourselves that we just tend to have very negative feelings about. We don't tell ourselves that these parts of ourselves are worth loving or are lovable for some reason. And our shadow wants us to love all of ourselves, wants all of us to be whole so that we can be at our most authentic, live our purpose in life. And so all these aspects, all these things that we want to turn away from, we're missing out on the lessons. We're missing out on finding peace. One of the feelings I've had over the years, it's almost as if chains are freed from parts of my mind, and I'm allowed to think differently. I'm allowed to choose a different perspective. I'm allowed to find compassion and just find that self-love. So hopefully today, as we are dancing and moving all heart-centered moves, that we will begin to allow our shadow to walk us towards facing these parts of ourselves, looking at them, and let our shadow walk us all the way through so that we will get to the light. Because in light, there's unconditional love. And negative energies get transmuted into positive energies, and we get a chance to love ourselves even better, really be the best version of ourselves. But we get so much peace, and sometimes it's a victory. It's a victory for ourselves. So here we go. So we're just going to stand up, tuck our hips, lift our torsos, place our hands on our hearts. Take a moment to just breathe in and out. And I want you to observe the energy, the feeling around your mind, around your thoughts, or in your body. Maybe your shadow hasn't brought you yet to that deeper work, but I find for everyone it comes up at some time. And for me, this time of year has always been the time of year when my shadow is the strongest, and so it's best able to start to bring me to these parts of me that, I resist. I don't want to see. And I think we all struggle with that to some degree in our own way. So we're going to start just feeling that energy. Where is it? Where do we hold it in our bodies? Where do we hold it in our minds? Is it sharp? Is it kind of frantic? Are we feeling of fear or anger or judgment? And we're just going to make gentle chest slides, left to right. You have your eyes open or closed, whatever serves you best. And just feel those feelings. Sometimes my shadow even just brings up difficult feelings, and I have to just sit with those energies before I even know what it's connected to. I don't always know if it's connected to a memory, a version of myself, a quality about myself, something I wish I didn't say, some action I'm really judgmental of myself for making. And as we let our shadow walk ourselves through, if we're feeling judgment, and you can start making chest circles. If we're feeling judgment, we're going to try and let our shadow walk us through those feelings and emotions till it brings us to the light, till we bring ourselves to that feeling of compassion. And it's all a choice. I can choose to keep not loving that part of myself. I can choose to keep avoiding it. I can choose to keep judging me. Or I can let my shadow reveal that part of me to the rest of myself fully, and I can choose to be compassionate. I can choose to say to whatever is these negative energies are centered around, that I see you fully, I feel you fully, and I'm going to choose to love you because I can trust that you serve a higher purpose in my life. You help me live my purpose. You have a lesson to teach me, and you are worth loving. Whatever that aspect of ourselves, that quality, whatever that is, we're going to let our shadows help us find wholeness and not keep us disjointed and separate from that part of ourselves. And maybe right now the energies you're experiencing are just really rough, or they're a lot. So let's make some chest lifts and drops and let that energy just be there. We can move from side to side with our chest, keep lifting and dropping. So if you need a sharper movement, if you need a stronger movement to match the strength of any negative energies that you might be feeling in anywhere in your body, but especially around your heart, especially in your mind, around the thoughts you experience about yourself. Make a movement that is a little stronger, a little sharper to match that energy, so that you can let your shadow keep walking you through it, so that you can have a little bit more freedom. So you're not sitting in it. You're not sitting in that negative energy. You're moving through it, but you're learning to work with it. You're recognizing that whatever this quality, whatever this aspect is, whatever that version of you was, it loved you. It had a purpose. It was for you, is for you, and not against you. And there is divine wisdom in the parts of ourselves that we would rather hide away in our shadows. There is so much joy to be found when we break a chain in our mind that has held us to negative thoughts around ourselves. And it is so freeing and brings so much joy when we say, I am allowed to love this part of myself, even though, or as it is, whatever dialogue works for you. I'm going to make more chest drops and lifts. And so I hope for everyone today that you'll just let yourself move and be. Let your shadow walk you through. Let your shadow show you that all parts of you are worth loving. And that all parts of you serve an amazing purpose. So that's a little bit of process that I go through, and I'll journal a lot. I will do other things, but movement has always been so powerful for me to help me work with my shadow and love myself better. And I hope for all of you that this might be a tool that helps you love yourself better as well. Okay. I love you all. I will see you tomorrow.